This is it, episode 72 of Fire Sale Franchise, and what we're going to do is look at the Pro Bowl rosters, then head on to the Super Bowl. And I'm not sure who we're playing. It's either going to be the Denver Broncos or another team I don't remember. And returning from injury for this game is going to be Chance Sugars, which is going to be a big help to us. Obviously, he's a huge part of our offense, but I also believe that means someone else will be coming back as well. And we're going to be playing the Broncos, I see there. So that's an interesting one. Glad to be playing the Broncos in a Super Bowl. That should be a lot of fun. But let's take a look at the Pro Bowl roster first and see how many of our players made it. I'm expecting a few. So Lance Sitton gets the #1 quarterback spot in the Pro Bowl, which, you know, I'm happy for him there. We've never seen that happen before, actually. You know, quarterback of the year, stuff like that. He's not really in the voting, but he's right there in the Pro Bowl as the #1 guy. Running backs, not so much. Fullbacks, not so much. Wide receivers, I'm surprised that we don't get anybody in there, but fair enough. Tight ends, again, you can't be serious. Chance Sugars should be there every year. But Nat Newsom is in at left tackle. Larry Tunsil is in at left guard. Exil Browner makes it in as the second center. Janikowski makes it in at right guard. And Taylor Decker makes it in at right tackle. Then straight away at left end, Ryan Tatum makes it in. Right end, Kyle Decker makes it in. So both ends, the #1 ends in the Pro Bowl, are both from our team, 95 and 99 overall. That really is quite ridiculous. And then we're moving a long time before we see anybody else, if we're going to see anybody else at all. Looks like maybe not at all down here, but I'm looking at the kick returners as well. Our kicker is in, Brennan Thomason. Our punter is in, and kick returner Kemnavis Grigsby. Kick returning Kemnavis Grigsby, I honestly expected to see Will Judy there. Will Judy returned, I think, 3 kicks for touchdowns in hardly any carries. But Kemnavis Grigsby also deserves it just as much. Maybe he would have deserved punt return a bit more. But it's great to see some guys down here in the special teams as well. We've got the defensive ends. No linebackers or cornerbacks. Again, Christian Stuckey just gets absolutely ripped off not making it here. He is without a doubt one of the most dominant middle linebackers in the NFL. Maybe he doesn't make it because he's injured. I don't know if that's actually a thing. But it should be the only reason he doesn't make it. So, outside of him, let's see if we do get another player back for the Super Bowl. I think we do. I don't even remember who it was that was injured short term enough. And returning from injury there is Derrick Henry. That's who it is, of course. So, we get to play this game with a full complement of running backs. But to be honest, Kemnavis Grigsby, we may just keep as the starter in this one. Maybe actually, you know, start Derrick Henry to get the ground and pound going. And also, I don't know how or why, but Gerald Hansbad has 19,000 XP. We may have to spend that before the Super Bowl game. And actually, as a matter of fact, I will do that. So Gerald Hansbad went up 2 overall points to 85 overall. With confidence, that's 87. And I think we are more than ready to play the Denver Broncos in Tampa Bay for Super Bowl 56. Here we are, Super Bowl 56 being held in Tampa Bay, Florida this year. It's a stadium we're a little bit more used to than the Denver Broncos are. And here come the Saints, possibly the most talented roster I have ever seen in my entire life. I mean, the most talented roster pretty much anybody's ever seen in their entire life. Really quite the incredible team. And of course, we'll be playing for that there Lombardi Trophy. And now here come the Denver Broncos, of course, being led by Cam Newton, who spent a lot of time going up against the Saints in his career with the Panthers, now with the Broncos, getting a chance to go up against them again in this Super Bowl. And we've had some problems in the past dealing with Cam Newton. It could be one of those games. Who knows? We've also had some very good games against Cam Newton on the other hand, so anything could be happening today. And one of our team captains for this game will be Kevin Pierre-Louis. This will be his final game as a New Orleans Saint. It's not because of his ability, so no matter how well he plays, he will be moving on as a free agent, but it's just great for him to have one final chance to play the Saint in a Super Bowl. And a team has won the coin toss, and it doesn't matter who, because we like to kick away and other teams like to receive, and that is the way it will be going in this game. So let's get it started here. Super Bowl 56. Let's get it rolling. So the kickoff was just a touchback, so we'll start here as we normally do with the first offensive play, and CJ Anderson here running for 8 yards. We managed to stop him just short of his season long of 10 yards. That's all he's got. His longest run of the season is 10 yards. And the Broncos right now are determined to run the ball against us, but we get him in 3rd and 11. It gives our pass rushers a chance to get after Cam Newton. They don't get there, and he almost picks up the first down with the pass completion there, but Ronald Darby just makes a tackle, and we start with a run ourselves from Kemnavis Grigsby. It goes for 5 yards. 3rd and 4. Now we're looking to pass for the first down. We go deep over the middle to Gerald Hanspad, who takes it to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, a quick screen. Crosby Grit immediately hit by a defensive lineman, is injured and out for the rest of the game. 3rd and 13 now, going deep again over the middle. Chance Sugars with the reception, tackled at the 29-yard line, and we keep moving the ball here. 3rd and 5, quick pass to Gerald Hanspad, who cuts it upfield and gets into the end zone. We were just looking for a first down here, really, but Gerald Hanspad can turn any play into a touchdown, and he does it there with a perfect cut. Gets huge separation and is able to take the ball into the end zone for the first points of the Super Bowl. So the Broncos back with the ball, trying to run it again, and Emmanuel Jeffries laying a big hit on CJ Anderson there, going for the quick pass. It's a completion. Edgerton Phillum pushes the receiver out of bounds, and I'm pretty confident about his ability to cover that receiver, so we're pretty happy with where we're at with the defense. Chasing Cam Newton around the field right now, throwing it deep. Jameson Nickerson only makes the tackle there. We didn't want him to play the ball, as we've had a couple of problems with that in this playoff so far, but, you know, the lesser of two evils. We wouldn't have wanted a touchdown. 2nd and goal, they tried to run, went nowhere. 3rd and goal. Chance now to get him to stop just for a field goal. Ryan Tatum is there, cannot make the tackle though, when Cam Newton is able to run in for the touchdown. Absolutely no idea what went wrong there. Ryan Tatum was right there with him, just never able to make the tackle for whatever reason. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe there was something in his eye, because he did not see Cam Newton stood in front of him. 1st and 10 here. Lance Sitton now showing off his legs, running for 19 yards, getting out of bounds, but still getting taken to the ground. 2nd and 11 now. We're running with Derrick Henry to try and get some power into this running game. 3rd and 7, looking for this first down. Throwing direction to Tajay Sharp. He cannot make that catch. It's good coverage by the Broncos. They get the ball back. And on 1st and 10, CJ Anderson running to the outside. They're still not giving up on this running game right now. 1st and 10, a huge play by Kevin Pierre-Louis. I said it when he was starting for us. I'll say it now. He is the best blitzing linebacker in the NFL. 3rd and 8. Chance to rush Cam Newton here. Ryan Tatum coming in. He gets out of that. Emmanuel Jeffries not able to bring him down either. Now Deion Jones couldn't make the interception. We had a chance for a bunch of big plays, but we'll settle for making it 4th and 8. 2nd and 10 now, and it's a completion there on the sideline to Gerald Hanspad. Keeps his feet in bounds, and on 3rd and 2 we run. We get stopped short, but Moreland keeps driving, and he manages to pick up the first down. There were a hard-fought 2 yards, but he gets them. And Derrick Henry there with a nice run for the first down, cutting back behind the blocks of his lineman. And now we switch to the speed. Cam Davis-Grigsby picking up 9 yards on that run. 2nd and 10, running with Cam Davis-Grigsby again, managing to find some space there to pick up 5 yards. And on 3rd and 5, we're looking to pass for the first down here. Throwing into some tight coverage there to Gerald Hanspad, but he makes the catch in traffic. Threw it right where he could guard the ball with his body. Catch the ball, gets tackled at the 4-yard line. Great play. 2nd and goal. Going for some quick slants, but nobody open. And Sitton is hit before he can really pass that ball, but at least it wasn't a sack. And now Cam Davis-Grigsby on the pitch, easily gets into the end zone, untouched. No one even near him. It was great blocking. And we have the Broncos on 1st and 1 after a good run was brought back because of holding. And if we can get them off the field after 1st and 1, this will be massively demoralizing. And we get a sack there, making it 3rd and 7. A chance to actually make this happen. Cam Newton had nowhere to go with the ball on 3rd down, and they will punt it away. 1st and 1, and they couldn't even get a first down. 1st and 10, and Sitton there is sacked before he could do anything. A minute left in this first half right now. Now there's 4 seconds left. Sitton just buying some time, dropping back, throwing it deep for Gerald Hanspad, who catches it. This is better than just a run to run down the clock. Instead, we went deep, knowing that even if it was intercepted, they'd run out of time. And we went for it all. And right now the score is 21-7, and we start the second half here with a run by Derrick Henry, picking up 10 yards. Now he's running to the outside. One man who he just runs over. Janikowski now there to make a block for him as well. And now Derrick Henry is in a foot race. Can he get to the end zone before being caught? He drags 2 defenders into the end zone to complete a 65-yard touchdown run that started with a huge broken tackle on the outside. We'll see him just run over this poor defender. He stood absolutely no chance there. An absolutely brutal truck, and he took it the rest of the way for the touchdown. And the Broncos right now looking down the barrel of a 21-point deficit, and we can see him getting desperate on that throw there, throwing deep. We should have intercepted that. 1st and 10 now, throwing it out wide, but Edgerton Phillum with the interception and nobody in front of him. Edgerton Phillum may just take this back for a pick 6, and he does. Perfectly played by Edgerton Phillum to get there. The receiver was never expecting that ball. Edgerton Phillum just took it as if he was the intended receiver, takes it back for the 6 points, and now the Broncos are looking down the barrel of a 28-point deficit, and now at least they're moving the ball with some completions. 1st and 10 now, the play action, Cam Newton rolling out to the right. Plenty of time in the pocket right now, far too much time. of course, finds an open receiver with that much time, and they're now down at the 26-yard line after a 27-yard reception. 2nd and 3 for Cam Newton. Can we keep the Broncos out of the end zone here? A missed tackle there. Deion Jones finally making the tackle, bringing him down at the 3-yard line. They go and try and run it in here. That went absolutely nowhere. 3rd and goal, we've got him on now. Newton finding Anderson in the flat, but there's plenty of defenders there to stop him. Nickerson making the tackle, and they settled for a field goal. So the score right now, 35-10. Sitting looking to bomb it deep here. Tajay Sharp comes away from the ball, and it's intercepted. Not to say it may not have been intercepted anyway, but Tajay Sharp just wasn't near the ball to make a play on it. And now the Broncos with the ball back try and run it again, and it's just not working for him. Deion Jones with a tackle for a loss. 4th and 8. We're not a great 4th down defense, except for this time we are. Kevin Pierre-Louis with the interception in the Super Bowl. His last game as a Saint, and this is what he goes and does. An interception is undercutting that route from the receiver, takes the ball away and is able to return it to the 40-yard line as well. What an incredible play. Now we're just running the clock out, and Derrick Henry cannot be stopped. We've got 8 minutes left, and Derrick Henry just runs the ball too well. 3rd and 8 now. We're trying to pick up a 1st down with Cam Davis-Grigsby. He cannot do it. It doesn't matter. We'll settle for a field goal. What we're settling for is not running the clock down. No problem. 2nd and 5. They complete there for a 1st down. They're moving the ball. 3rd and 6. Right now, they're just trying to get a redemption touchdown, and they're not going to get it there, and they actually punt away. No idea why they did that with hardly any time left. 3rd and 9. We're looking for a 1st down again. Going to dump it down to Chance Sugars. Can he make something happen here? He's tackled just short of the 1st down marker, so the Broncos get the ball back again, and another chance for this redemption touchdown. Of course, they have absolutely no chance of winning this game at this point. Cam Newton with plenty of time in the pocket, now running out of time, and Emmanuel Jeffries, the nose tackle, coming in for a sack, chasing Cam Newton down from behind. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line now. Cam Newton rolling right and is sacked again by a defensive tackle, this time Jamarcus Vance. 4th and 18, 13 seconds left. Throwing direction, end zone. It's going to be incomplete, but D. Milliner drew defensive pass interference, so they've got another chance for this touchdown, and they just miss out on it there as the receiver goes out of bounds. 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. A quick completion. Jameson Nickerson couldn't make the stop, but it was holding, so it gets called back. And now 2nd and goal, their final attempt here. CJ Anderson gets the ball short. They do not complete for the touchdown. It doesn't matter anyway. We win this game 38-10. The Saints are Super Bowl champions, but who will win MVP? Will it be Derrick Henry with his rushing yards and the big touchdown? Gerald Hanspad with 2 receiving touchdowns, or could it even be Edgerton Phillon with his pick 6 interception? And the winner of the Super Bowl MVP award is Edgerton Phillon with his 2 tackles, 1 interception that he returned for a touchdown. It's the 2nd time we've had a cornerback be the Super Bowl MVP, and now we see 4 key players for us in this game and during the season lifting the Lombardi Trophy there. Kevin Pierre-Louis has been here since day one. Lance Sitton played better this season than he ever has before. Gerald Hanspad has been an absolute difference maker. And Derrick Henry finally gave us a glimpse of what it's like to have a franchise running back who can absolutely grind those yards. And we are Super Bowl champions once again. We did it. We're repeat champions. Let's take a look at the stats. Lance Sitton, to be fair, didn't do too much today and wasn't even that clinical. 197 yards, 55% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns to an interception. Rushing though, Derrick Henry, 17 attempts, 143 yards, 8.4 yards per carry, a touchdown, 3 broken tackles, 83 yards after contact. Cam Davis-Grigsby, 6 for 26, 4.3, a touchdown as well. And Lance Sitton, 1 for 19, receiving. Not much went on in receiving, actually. Gerald Hanspad, 6 for 169, 2 touchdowns. Then there was Chance Sugars, 2 for 27. Cam Davis-Grigsby, 1 for -1. Kirby Lott, 1 for 5. Crosby Greer, 1 for -3. We ran this team over today, and that's all we were doing. Defensively, Deion Jones with 13 tackles. Then Kevin Pierre-Louis with 9. Jameson Nickerson with 8. Tackles for loss. Kevin Pierre-Louis leading the team with 3. Sacks. Jamarcus Vance from the defensive tackle position leading the team with 2.5 sacks. Emmanuel Jeffries with 1. Kyle Decker with half a sack. Interceptions. 1 for Edgerton Phillon, which of course he returned for a touchdown. That won him the Super Bowl MVP award. And Kevin Pierre-Louis with an interception as well. And there we go. I don't really have anything more to say about this. This team has come so far from so little, well, a lot of draft picks to be fair, but just look at what has become of this fire sale franchise team. I mean, a franchise quarterback. We've had a bunch of running backs come through, but I think we've finally kind of found our franchise running backs in Derrick Henry and Kevin Davis-Grigsby from his rookie season. Gerald Hansbad, an incredibly good receiver. Crosby Greer was real nice as a number 2. An incredible offensive line of a 90, a 91, a 91, a 90. Our tight ends, Chance Sugars a 99. Kirby Lott, incredibly good as well. And the defense is just complete. You know, what can you say? Antoine Dyson, with confidence, 90 overall right now. Then we would have Eric Nickerson as an 88 overall. Then we'd have Christian Stuckey as a 93 overall. Then Dion Jones as an 86 overall. Darren Stanley at strong safety, a 90 up to a 92. Ronald Darby at an 89 right now. Jameson Nicholson at a 95. And then our defensive ends, Kyle Decker, a 99 overall after just his rookie season, coming in as I think he came in as a 77 overall or something. Ryan Tatum, a 95 overall. And then Emmanuel Jeffries and Jamarcus Vance in the middle, 87 and 83. This team is just ridiculous. And again, we can keep going. The kickers, Brennan Thomas, a 92 overall. Ferrara, probably a 90 overall with the right awareness. It's just the most ridiculous team, and it's at its absolute peak right now. I think, 2 seasons in a row of going 15-1, winning the Super Bowl. There's no reason to not expect that every year for the next few years until finally the salary cap catches up with us. But it's not, even the salary cap's not catching up with us. We can afford to keep all these players for quite a while. Kevin Pierre-Louis is the only guy who is basically still here on defense as a guy we would like to start if we didn't have, ridiculous choice that was there since day one. And he will be leaving this offseason. What a career he's had with these Saints, winning 3 Super Bowls, winning this one, getting an interception in his final game as a Saint. It couldn't have gone much better. Kevin Pierre-Louis, thank you for your service to this team.